Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan over here at Hearth. I'm one of the customer success managers over here. When you signed up with us, you would have been assigned to me or one of my teammates here. And we're really here to aid you in the process, make sure we get you up to speed on all the tools you're going to be utilizing here at Hearth. And for today, I wanted to get this video together to cover what to expect on the financing side if you've already offered financing before, but are making the switch to Hearth financing. So the first thing I like to cover is a couple key differences on why people switch over to the Hearth model compared to buy down financing. So with typical lenders, what you run into is a buy down model where you're paying dealer fees to get access to certain rates for customers. With Hearth, there are absolutely no dealer fees attached to these loans. You could offer it 10, you could offer it 100, you could offer it 1,000 times. The fee structure does not change for you. So a great way to profit protect, right? We don't want to be paying out 10% on jobs just to get them closed, right? So with Hearth, we're going to get market rate options in front of your customers with no fee to you guys as the contractor. Another big difference is with Hearth, this is two-way lending. It's between the lender and the homeowner themselves, which is going to help you guys in terms of having to do extra admin work for these loans. Verifying that the job's been completed would be a request, or a contract, right? Sending that over to the financing company so they know what's going on. The homeowner also needs to verify the job's been completed. With Hearth, the money relationship is strictly between the homeowner and the lender. So they don't need to see these verifications. We don't have to do as many back-end steps to get our money through. And the last one runs in conjunction with that. Liability, right? With Hearth, there's no liability with you not being written up in the agreement there. Whereas with other lenders, it's three-way: homeowner, lender, and then the contractor itself. So the responsibilities, if someone was to default on payments, at times can fall back on you as the contractor, right? Having to put liens on the house, follow up in terms of payments, right? With Hearth, that is not an issue you are going to run into. You have absolutely no liability wrapped into these loans. So a couple key differences there. One of the big ones, all three of these are big ones as to why people switch over to this model. And I actually love running this training right here, especially with people that have offered financing before, because you clearly understand the value of financing, right? What it can do to the business, help upsell projects, help close at a higher clip, right? Great things to have in your back pocket. You already know that. But some things I do like to cover when offering financing is some things to avoid and some things that I've seen our best of the best do. And it really comes down to two main points. The first one is offer financing to everybody. It's like going to a restaurant. If you don't see an item on the menu, more than likely you're not going to order it, right? If a burger's not on the menu, you're going to pick a different option and go with the quesadillas, right? Same with financing. If they don't know that's on the menu, the likelihood of them asking for it is lower. They may just go with someone they know can offer financing. So offer it to everyone, make it an option for everybody, let them know what you have, make it easy to work with you. The second one is I want you to focus on selling the monthly payment. Don't sell the rate, don't sell, the financing as a whole. Pitch the monthly payment, right? For a $20,000 job, I might be able to get you in at like $400, $450 a month. It's not going to affect your credit score to look. Let's go ahead and take a peek, right? Because with Hearth, our network of 17 lenders, we're going to pre-qualify customers, take that application they send in with us, and it won't affect their credit to shop, right? When they're just looking at the options, they're pre-qualified. Until they choose one and move forward, it's not going to do a hard pull on their credit. So a great way to pitch that monthly payment is, hey, we might be able to get you at X dollars. Let's see what you qualify for. It won't affect your credit. If they decide to go and move forward with cash or check, great. You still showed them that you had options. If they move forward with financing, great. The money is just as green on the financing side as it is if someone pays you cash, right? So two key things I like to bring up there. Try and implement it in your sales flow and, let us know on our end if it's helped out. And then a couple other things just to clear the air on, some other key differences with Hearth, things for you to keep in mind is first one is the homeowners are going to receive the money with our project personal loans. So compared to other financing opportunities where the money's getting sent over directly. Of course, we're still having to do the admin work to do that. With Hearth, you're going to treat your customers every single time just as if they had the cash all along. So you're not going to change up your invoicing structure. You're going to basically collect from them the same way as if they had the cash all along. And from your customer's perspective, what they're going to see is market rate options, right, from our 17 lenders. We currently don't do the buy down method, right? So these are going to be market rates. That's why there's no fees attached. And one key thing that I like to bring up is for homeowners to see their best approval odds, the best chance of getting the money approved is to request about a fourth or a third of what their annual income is. Let's pretend I'm making 100 grand. In that case, what I would be looking at about a loan size and where I should sort of cap off my request would be at about 25 to 33,000, right? Quarter to a third of your income. Something to keep in mind, can help with approval odds there. And if they do surpass that amount, we do have the option to add co-borrowers in. Maybe it's a spouse, a family member, roommate, right? If they add the co-borrower in, they're employed and they can loop the income together, even better, can help expand what they could actually request and realistically get approved for. And so the next thing I'm going to cover is, where does Hearth come in, right? How do we send this out? What is expected of us? How do we get this in front of people? And to highlight this, I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up for us. Awesome. And we're on our dashboard here. So one of the first ways you can offer financing is if you're going to be using our quoting tool here with Hearth. So in every quote we send out, we're going to have the monthly payment option included, right? So let me pull up one of these and I'll actually show you what I mean. So here we go. We have a deck rebuild here that's been sent. Let's take a peek at this option. So total job cost of about 40,000, right? 39.4 in this case. This is what that quote would look like, right? Scope of work, what the pricing breaks down to. And at the very bottom, we're going to see what a monthly rate could look like, right? So for a $40,000 job, we might be able to get you in as low as $600 a month. Click here to get my personalized offer. So in this situation, this is on the menu now, right? They've gotten the quote. They know the option exists. If they want to move forward with it, they have everything they need from there. They're going to click get my personalized offer, and it's going to navigate them to a page like this, which is our financing application. And I've already pre-filled out some of this just so to save us some time here. So I would be the homeowner in this case. You know, I'm employed, what I'm making, what is my credit range, what is my mortgage payment, and then the most important, how much do I need for this loan, right? So ideally, when we are sending someone through the financing portal, we want them to have an idea of what the job's going to cost. And even better, if they have a quote with firm numbers, they know exactly what they're going to need to request, right? So with the quote, they do have a firm number. They know they need to request 30,000, 20, 10, whatever the case is. So just something to keep in mind there. And we're going to pop back over to our dashboard over here. I'm going to show you another way that we can send these out. And so another way was that maybe we just need to send a one-off financing link. We need to get this in front of our customers. What we can do is click send new, either on the desktop like I'm doing here or through the Hearth app. And we're going to click offer financing. From there, it's going to prompt us to add a client in. So we can click add client. And if we already have them in our recent clients, we can search them and add them in. If it is somebody brand new, what we're going to do is enter in first name, last name, and then email or phone number so that we can email or text over that link. So after we've done that, we're going to click save and then send, and it's going to shoot that message over to the customer. Again, with that link that will navigate them to the application page for your business. So I will discard this here. And then the last thing I want to address is how we can track this. Right now, we've got some people in the pipeline. Where are they going? How do we see where they're at in the process? To do something like that, what we're going to do is we're going to click into either our financing tab over here or into our financing box here. We'll click this open, and then we're going to see our pipeline of people that are interested in financing. This is a demo account here, right? So these aren't real people. So you can see they're all in sent. But as they start to go through the process, they're going to start to filter out, right? So sent meaning we got the link in front of them. They haven't done anything yet. Loan form started would mean they clicked that open and they have started filling out some information, but they never fully submitted it. Pre-qualified means they finished that initial application. They have sent that over. We ran it through our 17 lenders and they have real options. At this point, this will be your first time being notified by Hearth. We're going to let you know, hey, Dylan just pre-qualified for up to $20,000. He saw 10 different loan offers. So you know things are progressing in the right way. The next one is where we're trying to get to, right? We want these customers funded. So on this one, this would mean I've actually moved forward with a specific loan and I'm approved and funded for that loan, right? So in that case, we're going to reach out to you again and we're going to say, hey, Dylan just got $20,000 through our lending partner, SoFi. And at that point, you know everything's good to move forward from there. And again, you just treat them like any cash or check customer from there. Start the invoice process and move forward from there. And the next thing I want to cover is for anyone in here that's gotten the 0% credit card add-on here. So there's a couple key differences between maybe 0% you've seen in the past in the options that you're going to have here with Hearth. So the first one is these are actually credit cards, right? In the term lengths of the 0% will vary depending on which card they go with. It'll either be a 12-month period, a 15-month period, or a 21-month period of 0%, right? So almost 2 years in that case. In these situations, customers will be paying with credit card, right? Going to be mailed a physical card. So just something to keep in mind there. And there's really two things I like to bring up with this, and it really just so you set expectations and you know when the right time to pitch this would be. The first one is people are going to need a 680 or above credit score to see the credit card options. If they fall below that threshold, no harm, because our lenders can work with scores down to 550. We can at least get loan options for them. But if they are in that 680 range, they are going to have the 0% cards presented to them. Another thing to keep in mind there is the job size and how we're pitching this. Typically, I see people approved for anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 on these cards. So if we're looking at a $30,000 job that needs full financing, maybe the 0% credit card is not the route. We could take them through the personal loan route and get the entire $30K funded. If it's a $5,000 to $10,000 job, perfect. The card can cover it. Or from a partial financing standpoint, maybe they still want the 0%, right? They could come out of pocket for the difference between the job cost and what the credit card approval is. Let's pretend it's a $20K job. I get approved on the card for 12. Great. I just have to come out of pocket for 8. And then I have 12, 15, or 21 months to pay back that card that I used to charge 12,000 of it, right? And so other things to keep in mind, just like with any credit card, you are going to have processing fees with that. One nice thing with Hearth is if you're going to invoice through Hearth as well, we can collect credit card and bank transfer payments there. And if you are qualified or if your state allows it, we can pass these fees over to the customer, right? So you're not coming out of pocket for a credit card processing fee. Those would be paid by the customer for you getting them access to a 0% option like this. So if you are interested in the invoicing, get with me or whichever one of my teammates you were assigned to. We can help walk you through that and get you in a better space there. And to close this out, I know we covered a lot here today. And sometimes maybe you're listening to this and you're like, man, this might be a little bit too much for me to handle. We do have a concierge service here, which is great. We call it Do It For You Financing. With this, you're going to have one of our concierge team actually reach out to all of your accounts that pre-qualify, give them financial advice on which ones are the best options, or maybe what they could do on their next application to try and get better approval odds. So the best way to actually get, approvals through would be to have someone on our team dedicated to every customer come through, right? And that's where concierge signs. So if you are interested in that, feel free to reach out to myself or whichever CSM was assigned to you, and we can walk you through those differences there and get you on board with it. Other than that, that is what I have for you all today. So big time thank you for sticking around and watching this. And again, if you do have any questions, feel free to reference to your help center inside of Hearth, which would be in the top right corner. Reach out to our support team, or of course your assigned CSM, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through your questions. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.